friends. So today we're doing another pick a card reading. Today I wanted to focus mostly on like Halloween theme. Tried to make it a little, you know, spooky, October-y kind of Halloween, because a lot of you know that Halloween is like when the veil is thinnest between the worlds and when your loved ones want to talk to you. So I think that a lot of people have it in their head that like ghosts are scary and we're scared to receive messages from our loved ones. So I'm hoping that this will help, maybe because like this is going to be about messages from your loved ones and who wants to talk to you, and maybe ways that you can talk to your loved ones if you feel comfortable with it, like ways to channel your loved ones. I'm going to be trying to give advice for that. So anyways, that's what today's pick a card is about. I will be using these decks for everyone. And then, so this is pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4. We have some black obsidian with the green witch oracle. We have some angel aura quartz, purple for the regular, well actually this is the Pamela Coleman Smith playing card type tarot deck, because I feel like reading's not complete without tarot. Mystic Martian Oracle for pile 3, and I believe this might be a peach calcite. And then the Black Moon Astrology cards for pile 4, and we have some green malachite. So you can pause now and kind of take a little look at them. If more than one deck calls to you, absolutely watch them all if you must. Because we have a lot of dead relatives and we have a lot of passed on loved ones, and even if you're like me and into family from other planets, you might have some family from other planets that are trying to talk to you. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started then. Alright, so for pile 1, those of you who chose the first pile and the black obsidian, we're going to be seeing who's trying to reach out to you, who you should be contacting, who really wants to get a hold of you. This person was very hardworking. This person was very hardworking. You might recognize them as someone who was very generous, who spent a lot of time building their, like they might have come from nothing and then like left a legacy. Like this person either like came from like broke and then they left like their children financially comfortable, or like grew up in poverty and then owned a home and owned stuff that they were able to hand down to their children, grandchildren, stuff like that. This person, you'll recognize them by that. The Lovers in the reverse card, they might have a partner who's still living. So take what resonates from that. And what do they want you to know? Or what do they want to tell you? They want you to release some burdens. They see that you're working very, very fucking hard. The way they worked very hard in their time, they're letting you know you don't have to work. They worked this hard so that you don't have to break your back like that. That's the common theme here. this could be breaking generational curses too. This could not, this is a legacy of, it doesn't have to be physical legacy. This could be an emotional legacy. Like, they worked really hard to, like, maybe they came from a background where they were spanked as a child, so they made it so that they wouldn't spank their children. Or maybe, like, they were just really, really abused in some way and they didn't pass that down. They did some healing, whether it was from poverty, emotional healing, something like that. And they're letting you know, like, they don't want you to be struggling like that. They work too damn hard. What else do they want you to know? Ooh. Aww. That's so sweet. This is, like, the energy I'm receiving right now is just so fucking warm and loving. It feels like a reunion. I think maybe they want that with you. Maybe when you are, like, thinking, okay, when you're somewhere and you're like, oh, I wish so-and-so was here. They'd really love this gathering. They would really love being here with all these people. They want you to know they're there with you in those moments when you're like, fuck, I really wish, like, my passed on loved one was here for this moment. Like, they're missing this beautiful, they're not missing it. They want you to know that they're there for that. And they want you to enjoy those moments. They want you to keep enjoying moments when you're with your loved ones. They want you not to, like, feel so bad about them being passed on, and to enjoy yourself. The biggest message right now from Pile 1 is enjoy yourself. I feel like you don't enjoy yourself enough. They say, like, take a fucking load off. But that feels so nice to me. They're sending you such a beautiful message of just, like, being together, like a promise that you'll be together again, and that everything's okay, that everything's gonna be okay, and that you don't have to tower in reverse. So this is you coming out on the other side of something. This is like, they want you to release your burden, enjoy yourself, and kind of move through whatever you're going through. Of course, everyone's gonna be like, oh, fuck, I wish that wasn't hurting you so bad. Every loved one wants you to not hurt so bad. But it just seems like whatever you were going through is ending now. You might have been waiting. Like, when the fuck is this gonna end? And it might take a step from you. Your loved one wants you to know that you might need to do a little releasing, whether that's like cutting ties with certain habits, people, whatever. They want you to know that you need to let go of some stuff so you can make more room for good things. All right, let's get into the weird stuff. Let's see if you have any. Like, I don't know. Let's see what we get. Divine Feminine Birthing Fertility. Vesca Pisces. Oh my god. I hate when they do that. Just like, you just pop out like a normal card. Pleiadian. Lots of loving energy, just so much loving energy around you. This passed on loved one might have been like femme or female. Also, you yourself, you might have Pleiadian family if you're wondering like about star seeds and stuff like that. You could have ties to the Pleiadians. Stalking, intimidation, and confrontation, but we had it in the reverse. So that lets me know that you're being protected. The biggest message they want you to know, like the stalking card, stalking, intimidation, confrontation. Anyone who comes to you with that kind of bullshit, they want you to know that they got it fucking handled, and no one's gonna no one can fuck with you, kind of thing. Ooh, we have the Galactic Federation, collaboration, meetings, community. That's really interesting because we had that card, which is about collaborations, meeting, community. They really want to talk to you. I'm sure I'll get this card for every other deck, but they really want to, it's time for humans to be more in contact with their gifts anyways. But the Galactic Federation, you might even have had ties. You might be a person who really wants equality in the world. Like, you're more You're not very conservative, you know, you have views, and like you think that a lot of things need to change, and that's probably because of who you are as a person. And even this passed on loved one, you might have had some type of incarnation where you were on a different planet together, if you're into that sort of thing. Black moon, just to let us know what's kind of coming up for you. Ooh, some of you might be going through your Saturn return. So some of you will be from the age of like 27 to 31, 32. If you're going through your Saturn return right now. Which means that you might be feeling things a little heavier, but owning. Yeah. So there's that like common theme of like creating and having and stuff. You're like coming of age right now, and you're like, I need to be, you might be a little hard on yourself. You might be comparing yourself like, oh, like this person had a house and such, like by the time they were my age, what the fuck do I have? But do not measure success in by what you own or what you have, right? You need to measure your success on like where you started and where you're going. Don't compare yourself in a different way too, because it could be opposite. You might have had a loved one who did all this emotional work, and you have all this, you know, comfort, financial stability, but you need fucking therapy, and now you have things to sort out, and you're trying not to pass on your bullshit. Or again, opposite, they could have done all this fucking therapy and not had physical things, or you get it. But it's coming to a head now with this Tower in reverse, where you're going to be watching some of the shit you did. It's going to start to pay off. You're kind of watching it now, but just know that you're going to have the payoff for it soon. And healing. That's very nice. Abundance. That's nice, right? You like abundance? So that's really good. This is going to be hard though. It feels like you're coming through the most of it now, but you would have definitely been feeling the pressure. The burdens here with Saturn, because Saturn lays it on heavy. Saturn doesn't, you know, give it to you lightly. And gives it to you straight. I just heard you're doing a good job. Longevity. All right, you're in it for the long haul. The second house owning, it feels like you're just baby stepping your way onto new things. Like you might like this feeling of not having or not doing it like people before you have. You're doing it at a slower pace, but slower pace is good. We have another wheel here, and we had the world. This wheel cycle lets me know that you're going to have it all at some point. And to trust the process and understand that these things take time, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. You know, you water your crops every day and you're staring at them, waiting for them to bloom and blossom and all that stuff. So just keep watering them. Just keep plucking away at it. It's tedious, lengthy, long, boring work, but keep at it. It's going to be a payoff. Clarity. You might be feeling like not as clear right now, having it hard. You might be under some stress, so your thoughts aren't as normal or clear as you'd like them to be. You feel like maybe out of touch, like you don't know where you're supposed to go kind of thing. But you're being blessed with some energy. Ritual. So this might be a message for you to do a ritual. We have the incense burning there too. That's cool. Do a ritual to try and like contact your loved ones, right? So that is what I see for you, pile one. I hope this resonated. If it didn't, like, feel free to check other, pick a card, pick whatever's. And a helpful tip is drop into your heart center when you want to talk to people. Everyone talks about the third eye and like being more intuitive, but I found that I receive the best messages when I'm heart-centered. So just bringing your awareness to your chest and feeling your chest and feeling that universal love that like ties all of us together, because, you know, like what is real other than like that feeling that we feel for other people. That lives forever. So drop into that feeling and your unconditional love and that universal groovy galactic type otherworldly, just all-encompassing love. So drop into your heart center, and the messages you receive, make sure that like you are the fearful thoughts, you're recognizing them as fearful versus like actual messages, which will be clear and it won't feel scary to hear them. So that's my advice for you, pile 1. I hope that resonated, and hopefully see you again. Okay, pile 2 with the Angel Aura Cluster. We're going to see what guides, what people, what past on loved ones want to contact you, and a little message from them. So tell me about pile 2. Who is present for them? Oh, this person was incredibly generous. Or, because there's many people who this could be for, this person was either very generous or needed a lot of help. Or it was just, no, this person was involved in community. The message I just heard community. I just felt community. This person was very involved in their community. Oh. They had a lot of, whether it was like material gains, they put a lot of themselves, whether this was like volunteering or just money, back into their community. This person was well off either emotionally or financially, and they put a lot back into their community. Or that was, whether it was their time of like spending a lot of time at meetings, blah blah blah, like they really fucking cared about their community. This person, Queen of Pentacles, like this person was strong. This person was confident, or is, they still are. This person had a lot of power. This person had a lot of say in their community. A lot of people looked up to this person. This person was deeply, deeply, like, so, like, into it, like, cared about the community because of the work they did. They were deeply loved back. I want to pull one more card for them before we hear about their message to you. We have all this pentacle energy. They're very grounded, very comforting. Justice. This person is so strong. Like, I'm getting like big, deep roots, tree energy. This person was comforting to be around. Like, if you have a problem, you can go to this person. This person's gonna fucking set you right and tell you what's what. And they didn't take kindly to some bullshit. And we're gonna see their message to you. This person's in charge. And like, not for nothing. Like, they really did a lot, so they were really respected. They are really respected still. To this day, they probably left some type of... The Sun. You're having a hard time moving on from something or seeing the positive in something, but it's promised to you. It's promised to you. You kind of just have to shift your perspective a bit. Like, you're about to be moving away from something bad. It's promised to you. They just want you to, like, look on the bright side. If you can. I know, it's like, just be happy. Just look on the bright side. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. And the King of Pentacles. This is really cool. And Page of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels like you have inherited, this person feels very much like your family. Like you might be related to them because of all the pentacles. This is for you. The type of shit they did, it doesn't have to be community, but that success of building something is for you. Like that, you might feel comfortable, or it feels like you have to do it in a different way. They're letting you know that you don't have to do it the way they did it, because this Ten of Pentacles in the reverse lets me know that, like, you're working towards that. You're working towards having, building something, but you're gonna have to do it in a different way that no one's ever done it before, and that's gonna be hard. With the Page of Pentacles too, it has, you're struggling, because the page goes out and wants to, like, learn new things. He's, like, interested in how to do those things, but it's gonna be a little bit, because you have to do it differently. That's what's gonna be harder for you. But you have the gifts. It's in your blood. Fire element. You might be lacking some motivation. That might be the problem. Woo! Alright, we have some work. So, a position of power. You might be in a position of power, or you might hate people in positions of power. But either way, you're going to be in a position of power. That's for you. And you're going to do it different than other people. You're like, I'm not going to be corrupt. I'm not going to do it like some other people have done. This could have even been this loved one. Like, for some of you, you might not have had a good relationship with this person, but they're on the other side. They're fucking cheering you on. They're still, like, pumped for you. And they still want you to do well. Oh, this person might have, yeah, there's a lot of, like, harsh energy. This person might have been harsh in the physical world. They're letting me know that they kind of had, like, a take no shit kind of attitude. Which is funny, because it seemed like they were a really giving person. You might have disagreed with this person in your life. You might have had a lot of disagreements on how they handled themselves and stuff. There's a lot of love there, though. So yeah, we have new perspectives, controversial, assessing. So you might be hearing this reading and you're like, they wouldn't like what I do now. Like, they'd be so against it. That's because when they were on Earth playing this role that they had to be at that time, they were stuck in their ways, and they would have thought that the way, as human them, as earthbound them, they would have thought that what you were doing was just not gonna work, or like, that's not how they did it, so how could you do it that way? But on the other side, now when they're like not bound to their human earthly ideas, they're not affected by society and stuff, there's something that you know that they wouldn't like while they were their human earthly self, and they're like saying, do that. They're encouraging you to do the opposite of what they did in a way. So it's really cool. I'm getting this message of be controversial. This is giving me Aquarian energy too, of like being for the people. You have the same passion about caring for other humans and the people that they did, but you're doing it in a much softer way, is what I'm getting. Increase, part of fortune. Like I said, something feels very promised to you. You just kind of got to see the positive side of it. You might be not wanting to do similar work that this person did because the way that they did it, you were like, oh, like I could never do that. You might be destined to do some type of work like that, but you're going to be doing it in your own way. Friends, this is 11th house is ruled by Aquarius, and Aquarius is community. Sorry. But that's community. That's what I was talking about. Like being a friend, being part of the community. I have a lot of 11th house placements and stuff like that. So that's, I'm all about that. That's a good one. Routine. So yeah, you might just need to be more in a routine. It feels like this passed on person was had a good routine, like they were really into it, and you just might be struggling to get into that routine. And I am. Yes. I analyze. We have more Virgo energy here too. So with all this earth energy, your passed on loved one might have been a Virgo themselves, or an Aquarius or an Aries. That might be a way that you know them. Virgo's birthday is, Virgo season is September, and it's the end of August, beginning of September. Aquarius season is end of January, beginning of February. And Aries season, you would have known this person, end of March, beginning of April. So we have you wanting to analyze things. So that Virgo energy of picking, so Virgo is about like, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. Virgo's known for being nitpicky, critical, whatever. But that's what Virgo does. Virgo is like, this doesn't work, get rid of it. So I see you going through kind of like the similar way that your passed on loved one had done things, and you picking away. You're like, I didn't like how they did that. Throwing it out and like, I'm going to do it this way, and putting your own insertion of how you're going to do things in the whole system of it is what I'm seeing. That's what the Virgo energy is there for. We're going to finish off with some Green Witch Oracle. If she ever gives us any. Tranquility. Not feeling very tranquil with all like the movement and fire going on. This person might have been letting me know that they're not a tranquil person. Regeneration. We've got some like fire here happening. So regeneration too. This is like, look at the Aries symbol. Aries. This is you putting a new thing on it, regenerating it. You're the generational person who's gonna do it in the new way. Continuance. That's trippy. You're continuing on something. You're continuing on something. The continuing of something that they did and something that you're meant to do, and it's similar, and you're continuing on that type of work. So trippy. Infertility. So this is a good sign. This doesn't have to do with just babies and pregnancy. This has to do with like birthing a new idea, birthing a new thing. Longevity. We had that last pile too. So this is for the long run. Or it was in the reverse pile. So maybe it's not something you'll be doing for a while. Maybe you'll do it for a while and you'll hand it off to a different person. Or try to receive a message for this one. What does this one mean? Longevity. You might be calling someone else in to also continue the work. You might be continuing on their work for a period of time, and then handing it over. So if that's comforting to you, take that. That might be not for everyone, but for some of you, you're like, I don't want to fucking do this at all. Like, I can't do what they did. Like, you fucking hate it. So some of you might be doing it for a short while, putting the new spin on it, training other people to do it in that way, or like helping someone else figure it out in a way, or inspiring other people to do it in the way that you're doing it. But I see you handing it over to someone else, if that makes any sense. But you're creating a new way of doing something that is inspired by this loved one, and they want to talk to you and they care about you. You might not have seen eye to eye when they were living, but that's the message I got for you, pile 2. I hope that resonated. I'm ending the readings with letting you know that there's ways to like drop into your intuition. So everyone talks about the third eye and how that's where you should be like psychic and stuff. But the best way that I've received messages is by dropping into my heart center and feeling that universal love for everyone, dropping onto that vibration, tuning into that frequency of unconditional love, and knowing that even passed on, this love is very much alive, even if their physical body isn't here. So when you feel your heart and you put your awareness in your chest and you focus on your heart in that way, and you allow like yourself to be still, you can receive messages, and you will receive messages. And another helpful tip is intrusive thoughts are going to make you feel scared. You know what an intrusive thought is. You pick up a fork and it's like, stab yourself in the eye, and you're like, what the fuck? That's an intrusive thought. But a message will feel clear and make you feel calm and will not make you feel fucked up. So that's what I see for you, pile 2. I hope this resonated. Thanks for stopping by. Good luck. Alright, for pile 3, the peach calcite. We're going to see who wants to talk to you and what message they have. This person was busy. This person was busy in their life. They were not a stay-at-home person. They had, or if they were a stay-at-home person, they were busy at home working on projects and shit. This person was always busy. Knight of Cups. They might have been emotionally poopy. They were busy. They might have been closed off from their emotions. They might have just been like a little manipulative, maybe. What do we got down here? The Empress and the 5 of Cups. Toxic positivity. So emotionally, they might have even been a narcissist, which is hard because you're like, I want to come here because like I want to hear from like someone who like really loved me, or maybe you really love them and you didn't notice these personality traits about them. But they kind of stuffed their own feelings down a lot, and they might have kind of brushed your feelings off. And they feel bad about that now. They feel bad about brushing your feelings off or making you feel shitty. Maybe not taking the time with you. That's what I'm hearing for pile 3. This person wanted to make more time with you. I'm feeling a lot of remorse. It's making me kind of like emotional. This person, yeah, they had so much going on and they were so worried about themselves, and they're really regretful about it and the way that they were. So I hope that might be a little bit healing to hear from them and the remorse. That's why they want to talk to you so bad. It's a big I'm sorry. Oh, geez. You're very strong. You are very strong. It might have even been like you having to fucking deal with this person that kind of made you strong in this way. You shouldn't have had to have been, you know what I mean? But it definitely shaped you. However your relationship was with the person, this shaped you. You might not have been, you might have distanced yourself from them. You didn't want to fight with them. Or you might have even tried to start fights with them to try and get them to pay attention to you. Oh, what that has to do with now. So what that has to do with now is make sure that you're not doing this in your relationships now. Because they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I fucked this person up and now they act this way. You're not fucked up. But you know what I mean? Like, they affected you. They affected you in such a way. Yeah, we got the Hierophant again. Or I saw the Emperor last time. Okay. Alright. I'm just gonna... I'll take them. I'll take them. This looks hard. Okay. So, this is a message for you to be gentle in times instead of being forceful. You might have a problem with oversharing because you really seek that connection. You're constantly seeking connections with people because of how you were treated when you were younger. Like, you don't hide anything. You don't hide anything. The Hierophant in groups. So for someone who overshares so much, you have a problem connecting with other people. You have a problem connecting with other people. You have a problem opening up to other people. You have a problem working with other people because you have a lot of pride. You have a lot of pride and you don't want to be embarrassed. You don't want to put yourself out there and get brushed off like this person brushed you off. That's the wound that you're carrying that they're highlighting for me. I'm going to pull some more of these cards. Utilitarian, organized, intimidating. You might have some ties to these types of beings. This person could have been very utilitarian, organized, and intimidating. Almost like you couldn't talk to them just because they were so robotic and just like, yeah, sure. Like, oh no, we're not going to talk about that. Like, that's too much. I'm busy. We don't have time to talk about those kinds of feelings because we have all this shit to do. I don't have time for this. Lack of communication, the air in the reverse, because air is about empathy, philosophy. This is something you might have craved to talk about. Oh my goodness. Why just follow on the table, please? But this might be... Let's see. Free will, manifestation, autonomy. They might have been very controlling and controlled your life quite a bit. And you didn't want to be like that. You are like a spiritual woo-woo person. And you'd want to like talk and philosophize and like, oh, like what about this? And this person just did not have time for you, did not validate anything you said, kind of brushed you off, or maybe even made you feel like weird. And they're sorry for it. they are the one handing me this message and like letting me know this kind of thing. And it's because they're acknowledging that they did that. Oh my God. Trust. So, when you have a person in your life who you're a woo-woo person and you're trying to be more psychic and you're trying to be more into that stuff, and you have a person brushing you off and not communicating with you and not helping you grow those skills, you learn to not trust yourself. So this could be on like a psychic level where you've received messages and you don't trust them, or you just have like, you have trust issues now, like this vulnerability that you can't be with other people. I think it's both. I think it manifests in both ways. Abundance. We had a manifestation over here and abundance over here. So you might be struggling to manifest too, because this person, the way they went about in their life, they did it through hard work. They didn't have time to like learn about this woo-woo idea of just like willing it to come to you. So you're struggling with that because that's more your flavor. That's more what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be doing it in the way that you believe in yourself, and like all this like new age stuff that they might have like scoffed at or been like, you sound so fucking stupid. Oh yeah, you think you're me. Like, come on. Like that kind of stuff. They were very harsh in the reality. Longevity. And their longevity keeps popping up today. They might have died younger too. They might not have lived past 50, like younger. They might have not lived past 50. One more for vitality. This person did not take good care of themselves. And purification. They're trying to clear the air. They're trying to say sorry and like acknowledge their very big fuck up. So this, you might have wanted a message from someone that you had a closer connection with. Feel free to check out the other piles. But this person wanted you to know that they fucked up. Like this person wanted to talk to you real bad. They're like, I am fucking sorry. And they might not have taken good care of themselves. It might be someone that you seen, or maybe like they just, you know, you saw them and you're like, they could be taking better care of themselves and living longer, but they're not. Like they might have lived till 60, but it was a hard 60. You know what I mean? Like some people, it's a hard 60 or a hard 50. Uranus. So this is you. This is them saying like you have a brilliant mind and they're so sad that they didn't explore it or listen to it or listen to your like interesting ideas. They think that what you have, that all this is interesting. Abundance. We have the abundance card again for you. So in this life, I think it's really, they're going to be helping you figure out what abundance, how to manifest it, maybe appreciating the abundance you do have to try and grow it. That's a fun way to do it. Friends, 11th house, so we got more Aquarius energy. So you're very different. You might be very different from the rest of your family too, where you're kind of like the weirdo, where you're into all this stuff, like starkly so. You know what I mean? Like especially, because some other families, they might be kind of like into astrology or whatever, but you, in your family, you might be you're vastly very different. And that might have been hard for this person because they were raised a different way. And I will. Pisces, I believe. This is so nice. They're telling you to believe in yourself and like they want you to be confident, and they're so sorry that they like affected your confidence. They're so sorry that they affected your confidence because they want you to be more confident. So I'm finishing up these readings by telling people what helps me receive messages and talk to my loved ones. So everyone talks about the third eye and being more psychic and stuff, which is cool, valid, totally real. But what helps me is when I drop into my heart center and when I bring my awareness to my chest and my heart and my unconditional love and how connected we are through love. So that's my message to you. Meditate. Focus on your heart chakra if you want to talk to your past on loved ones with this Pisces energy too. They might have been a Pisces. You might be a Pisces, have strong Pisces placements. They might have been an Aquarius too. Leo might have been in the chart. Leo, Aquarius, Pisces might have been in their chart. Might be in yours. So yeah, that's what I see for you. Oh, they might have been a Gemini also. With all that harsh air sign, Gemini, when they're at their harshest, they just don't have patience for anyone. I'm a Gemini, I can say that. But that's what I see for you. I hope this resonated. Thanks for stopping by my channel, and feel free to check out the other ones if there's like someone else you are hoping to get. Thank you, pile 3. Alright, pile 4 with the malachite, the green malachite. This is going to be a message from a passed on loved one, or the passed on loved one, who they might have been, or how they will know that you understand them to be, and their message for you. Oh my god. So with justice, this person might have worked in law enforcement, whether like lawyer, legal aid. They might have just even worked in a courthouse. This might, if that helps you, or they might have had like a good brain for, they might have just been really educated, spent a lot of years in university. That's how you'll recognize this person. They're a scholar. Very happy, content. I'm getting very loving vibes from this person. This is a person you miss dearly. Also with that 9 of Cups card, you could be communicating with them and asking them to help you grant wishes. King of Wands. Ooh. You miss them very dearly, but they're acknowledging that they might have had a temper. They might have had a temper. I'm getting masculine vibes too. And Ace of Pentacles. They liked money. Or they might have had to start over a lot, is how you'll recognize them. Woo! They're letting you know, do not be ashamed. Oh my god, this person is talkative. Was this person like really spicy when they were alive? Like, jeez. So they're letting you know not to be ashamed. Oh, you should, they're telling you to speak your truth. There's something that you're kind of like, you might be a little shy about, and they're letting you know to speak your truth. Oh, someone might have you feeling left out in the cold. You might be embarrassed that it happened, that someone kind of shut you out. But it's for a good reason. It's for a good reason, because I see you looking out on warmer, better paths, and this person might have shut you out into the cold. Not this loved on person, loved one passed on person, but someone in your life now, or a situation might have you feeling like, whether you got like let go of a job or dumped or something like that, has you feeling left out. But there's this, you're like embarrassed to talk about it, you're embarrassed it happened, but they're letting you know that it's like for a reason. There's a different path you're supposed to be taking, Rejection is protection. That was not for you. But like, look how it's cold here and like how it's warm here. This person's wearing nicer clothes. The Emperor and the Star. Yeah, you might be feeling a little hopeless right now, but they're letting you know that this is conducive to your growth. It's conducive to your growth. You're gonna be very strong and headstrong. You are. It's helping you get out of that vibe of like not speaking up for yourself, and boom, helping you speak up for yourself. That's what I'm picking up. They are excited for you to speak your truth and say, fuck you, I'm not ashamed. That's what they want for you. You have it in you. Curiosity, signs. You might be ignoring some signs from them. They seem to be very active trying to talk to you. So if you are like, oh, so-and-so really liked this bird, this whatever, this card, this car, this show, and you see it randomly popping up in your news feed, or you're out and about and you see it on a sign, that's them. They're trying to talk to you. They're really trying to talk to you. This is you not being intimidating. This is you not being forceful. This is you shying away. They really see that and they want you to, they know what's in you. You might have gotten it from them. This, like, they kind of would fly off the cuff and do it in a not good way, but there's still that raw energy of like, you can't talk to me like that. And you don't, oh, okay, so because you might have saw them act in such a manner that you're like, fuck, that was really aggressive. You can still be assertive without being aggressive. You can always be assertive without being aggressive. If you're standing up for yourself, you're important too. You are important too. You don't have to do it like them. You don't have to fly off the cuff like them, but you have that energy inside of you where if a boundary was crossed with them, they were letting a boundary be known. They might have done it in a different, less healthy way. They're acknowledging that. But you don't have to think that, you know what I mean? It's like you're pulled so far away from that where you're like, I'm just not going to say anything because I don't want to be like that. If your intentions are good and you're speaking in a calm tone and you don't want to intimidate someone, you're not going to. Empathy, philosophy, discrimination. So this is you having like a good brain, like you have a good heart, and because you have a good heart, you're worried that if you speak up for yourself, people will think that you don't, but you do. Inspiration, awe, and dreams. Arcturian. Oh, you might have Arcturian spirit guides. They might want to be talking to you right now. I have Arcturian family. You might have some Arcturian family. That's so funny. We might be family. Feeling safe, wisdom keepers, concern. That's so nice. It feels like you have a lot of like aliens on your side, a lot of alien family. But the message I'm getting for you is don't feel put out right now. You're going to be inspired again. Speak up for yourself. Don't feel put out because there's better things coming to you. You're meant to do cooler things. The flower of life and this air lets me know that you have a good head. And now it's just time to like explore what you like and figure out what you like. Sagittarius, I see. So again, you might be taking a look at something. It's helping you see something for what it is. Oh, also this is kind of like a card of travel. Sagittarius is like the known traveler. Exploring. Hot air balloon. I don't know if you're going on an adventure, but you might be. Trying new things. I am. More fire energy. Confidence. No. This person might have been a fire sign. Scorpio, I transform. So we're going through this like journey of like this kind of like shy person into like this more confident person. So it's coming. It's coming. This person might have been a Scorpio too, like that fly off the cuff, you can't talk to me like that, might have been some Scorpio energy, Scorpio rising, Scorpio moon. And Uranus, genius. Yes. Sacrifice. So this is doing a hard thing to get a better thing. Sacrifice doesn't mean you have to like give up something that you like, or something that you like being quiet and not stirring the pot might be something you need to sacrifice in order to get where you want to go. So keep that in mind. Genius, you have an amazing brain. You have this, so they were a scholar and it's being passed on to you. Like that's something that you two share, that you have good brain. You can go to school, so that might be something that you need to do too. You might be going to school, taking a new course, but you have to sacrifice your comfortability. You're going to be sacrificing your comfortability to get what you want. So it's time to step out of your comfort zone, whatever that means to you. We're going to finish with some Green Witch. Attraction. In the reverse. Oh, yeah, this is you not feeling attractive. Regeneration. So we have the regeneration over the Scorpio card, which Scorpio is known for rebirth. You see the symbolism. What's that tail? Was it Isis and Osiris, and how she put Osiris back together? So you're going to be regenerating after this hard time. You're literally going to be turning into the Emperor. You're literally going to be like about your shit. You're sacrificing some comfortability, but it's for the best. That's really cool for you. You're going to be like transforming yourself and feeling like a totally different person. Positivity. It feels like you're coming into a more it's going to help you feel more positive when you stand up for yourself. Oh my God. Wisdom over the Uranus card. That is so cool. Memory. You might need to do something, because if you're going to be studying, like there's all this intelligence and wisdom to you. I feel like learning new things is going to help you have more confidence too and make you feel a bit stronger. But rosemary would help memory if you're having a hard time, like, you know, studying for tests and stuff. I feel like you'll be studying for tests if you're starting school, or maybe you're starting a new job, or you're starting a new relationship, and they're letting you know that you have the capability. You're a really good learner, so make sure you're taking the time to learn, and make sure you're taking care of your brain. Lots of water. Make sure that you're eating, because if you don't eat, your brain will turn to mush. Maybe, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, don't quote me on that. So that's really cool, the wisdom and the memory too, especially all this fire energy. That's really cool for you with the air and fire. Very much scholar. Lots of cool ideas coming your way. You might be feeling like a little poopy right now, but this loved one wants you to know that there's better things for you. Please step out of your comfort zone. Use that fire in you that you definitely have, and use it. And you can use it, and it doesn't have to be in a bad way. Okay, so I wanted to finish off their readings today. What I've been doing is like telling people what helps me channel, talk to my passed on loved ones. And what helps me is not so much, so the third eye is important, yes, but the biggest thing that has helped me has been like dropping into my heart center. So that looks like, or feels like, bringing your awareness to your chest, bringing your awareness to your heart center, feeling unconditional love, feeling what unconditional love feels like, knowing that there's love still very much alive in these passed on loved ones, and how much they want to talk to you, and how much they want to support you, and how much they are supporting you. So that is my advice. So if you're like meditating and you're just trying to talk to them, make sure that you're focusing on how your chest feels and letting it open up and feeling it like expand and feeling all the love come in. So that's what I see for you, pile 4. I hope that is helpful. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I hope you stop by again.